Welcome back to the Banter Ball Podcast. Kyle, what happened that you were laughing?
I don't know. I heard something funny. That's my bad.
All right. Well, I'm Corey here with Brennan and Kyle. Baseball's in full swing. March Madness has started. Sweet 16 games tonight, and the NBA and NHL continue to be in full swing. Folks, how are we doing?
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing.
How about the suckos today, Brennan?
Oh, it was a little unfortunate.
I could go into it. Oneil Cruz, you are on a list.
Had the nightmare of all nightmares.
You are on a list.
I saw Joel Embiid tweeted about it. It was pretty funny. He's like,
tweeted about Oneil.
Get ready to learn DH, buddy, which is kind of funny. That is funny, but God, yeah, he's a good prospect, but I mean, he can't keep flowing up like that. It's been
every game. He doesn't hustle. He can hit the ball far, but he strikes out. He swings at horrible pitches. He's a meme at this point, man.
Yeah.
And today, oh my God, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was not a great.
I'm just gonna chalk it up to just first game nervous issues.
You can make that excuse for Paul Skeens. You can't make that for Cruz because the same thing happened last year with him.
I was just about to say, though, Brennan, I will say, I mean, yes, that's the highlight of it all from a video standpoint. But, what happened on the mound? I did not watch
No, so Skeens
what
should have
happened that you've got 7 pitchers in and Paul Skeens pitched less than an inning?
It actually is pretty much Cruz's fault. So Skeens did, struggle, yes. The Mets worked the count a lot on him, so he had a lot of pitches. And then Skeens, if Cruz made those 2 plays, the Pirates would have gotten out of it, and Skeens only would have given up 2 runs. But because he screwed everything up by missing back-to-back fly balls, Skeens wasn't able to get out, and then the bullpen came in.
Cruz made it 10 times worse than it really was.
Worse. Skeens would have gotten out of it, probably would have pitched 5 innings, and then, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Skeens now has
that's 5 runs in the first inning.
57 ERA or something like that.
That's 67 ERA.
57.
Oh, is it 57? I think it's 67.
It
might
might
be honest with you.
67-50 or something, dude. He pitched 2/3 of an inning today.
Mm-hmm. He did.
So, yeah, it was not great from him, but he was not helped at all by Oneil Cruz. And that those earned runs honestly shouldn't have even been afforded to Skeens. I don't know why they didn't give Cruz any errors because that was.
They didn't give him any errors for those plays.
I don't believe they did because all the Skeens left with 5 earned runs. And if Cruz was charged an error, it wouldn't have been an earned run on Skeens.
Yeah, that is.
I only see 1 error for the Pirates.
I think it was the Cruz second one. But
that is pretty surprising. But yeah, I mean, hey, I guess we'll use this to just talk about baseball as a whole. I mean, just starting with the Pirates. I mean, I don't know. I don't expect that much of a jump this season, but I expected something. And today, kind of struck the what's the saying about the sails? Hurt the wind in the sails. I don't know.
No, and you know what?
I appreciate you trying to use a pirate-themed analogy for the Pirates.
What is the saying?
I can't say I've ever heard an analogy with a sail in it.
You've never heard of something about wind in the sails?
The wind in the sail
analogy. I'm looking it up, and Google AI is not giving me any good answers.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, anyway, Brennan, what is your outlook on the
So, look, to their credit, the additions they made this offseason, especially on the offensive side, actually had Brandon Lau had 2 home runs, Ryan O'Hearn had a home run. So it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was completely Oneil Cruz's fault. I mean, it's that's all you can chalk it up to. This game is being made out to be a lot worse because of what happened with Skeens and Oneil Cruz in that first inning than what I think it actually was. The offense put up 7 runs today. It's not like they weren't hitting. in the bullpen, you're not, as a bullpen guy, you're not expected to go out there and pitch a full 9 innings of work whatever these guys did. So it's like, yes, it was a bad game for the Pirates, but Oneil Cruz, I think, just had like literally the worst fielding performance ever, and it cost them this game big time.
Yeah, we're at the point in baseball where like fielding is an expectation. It's not as much of a skill. It's just like, all right, yeah, you got to do your job, and like it's just such a glaring problem whenever something like this happens.
Especially now with the DH role, it's like you need to know how to field, or there's a spot for you. And the problem is the Pirates added Marcell Ozuna this offseason, who is probably worse than Oneil Cruz in the outfield, and he's taking up your DH spot. So it's like, I don't know. And I could keep going on. I'm wearing his jersey right now too, by the way. This is an Oneil Cruz Pirates jersey.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Wow.
Yeah. I'm almost at a loss for words, especially after the first miss.
I'm sorry, I just watched the second one again because I watched the first one a few times earlier. I only watched the second one once. This is so funny. This one might be funnier.
It's awesome.
And he's wearing that like red glove.
Yeah.
He's got like that bright red glove, and he just fully misread the ball entirely.
No, but like the first one too. It's like
the first one.
You can vouch for this. They teach this in Little League Baseball. When you're in the outfield and a fly ball is hit out there, the first step you are supposed to take is go back, not run forward.
Not forward.
You are a Major League Baseball player. What are you doing?
No, it's like an instinct. Like I haven't played baseball in a decade, and if I saw a ball, if I ever see a ball, whether it be a football or anything in the air, the instinct because of Little League Baseball is back up, assess the situation, and then go. Like
I find it so funny. We are literally one game into 162 games of the Pirates season, and they're already flaring up like this for the fans. I just find that to be so funny. I'm a fan of them too. I'm pretty mad, but
a solid half an inning of happiness before that went down.
Well, I'm looking at it now. Their opener at PNC Park is against the Orioles on April 3rd. Is that right, Brennan?
That sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Okay. Well, hey, maybe whenever they get back home to one of the most beautiful ballparks in the world, everything will go okay.
Hopefully. And you know what? It's like, again, this game is being blown out of proportion because of the way they lost and because Skeens only went 2/3 of an inning. At the end of the day, it is one loss out of 162 games. The team showed flashes. Skeens will not do whatever that was again. I don't foresee it happening. And again, he wasn't awful. It was the fact that the Mets worked the pitch count on him, so it got up there in the first, and Oneil Cruz could have got him out of the inning and didn't. So it was just a whole mess of a situation. I thought the offense was fine today. 7 runs in a baseball game. Most of the time you take that. So I like it. I think they'll bounce back on Saturday. Mitch Keller on the bump. He needs to go a lot. Thankfully, they have the rest day in there tomorrow, so the bullpen can regain some strength as well. It just sucks that that's how they lost.
Hey,
not that they did, but how.
What a start. All right, well, hey, again, we're only a game in, so there's really not a lot to talk about.
This is such a small sample size. Are there
any other standout, opening day, opening week games?
I mean, Aaron Judge didn't have the best game either, so Paul Skeens and Aaron Judge kind of struggling. So
much like his World Baseball Classic appearances.
Yeah, that wasn't terrific. Judge, I feel like he's always one of those guys that takes a week or so to get his groove on, but he's one of the best players in the game. There's no reason to be worried about him. I'm not sure about who else. I think your boy JJ Weatherholt homered today. If I'm not,
he did actually. He actually did get a homer today.
Shout out Morris, Pennsylvania, JJ Weatherholt.
There we go.
West Virginia, WVU legend. One of the most fun. I mean, in the year that I was the 1 year that I was heavily covering college baseball, one of the most fun, players I've seen, because he can just jump around the field, from like they move him around the infield a lot from the second base, shortstop. I think he's mostly playing second right now.
Yeah.
But he's just like a really athletic, guy, like very quick on his feet, and he can hit. He can always hit. I'm so glad he got the homer today. It was a pretty long one too. Like, it was pretty deep.
Yeah, no, it was a solid day. 1 for 4 at the plate, only struck out one time. So, no, you can't really complain too much. He had a solid day. So, great job from the Mars product. Thought I'd give him a little shout out there. I'm trying to think of who else had a good day. There were a couple of good pitching performances, I believe, that I'm not sure who did off the top of the head. I think, like, Crochet had an all right outing. A couple other guys as well. So it was like, again, it's opening day baseball. You're just glad to be back. Everybody's kind of feeling things out. I know Kyle Schwarber had a home run. Alec Boehm, so the Phillies kind of firing on all cylinders right now. I'm just excited to have
White Sox got absolutely obliterated, of course.
So they lost by 12 runs.
They did lose by 12 runs, and the Brewers were the home team, so they only hit for 8 innings. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, the White Sox. I don't know how they got Murakami or whatever.
And what's his name? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Jacob Misiorowski, 11 strikeouts.
Yeah, so he's a solid pitcher. He was an all-star last year.
Well, of course.
Not necessarily maybe the most deserving all-star because of the people who weren't in it, but he's a solid pitcher. He's a good young arm to have. Milwaukee is a pitching factory up there. They know what they're doing. So I trust him to develop a good outing against Chicago today. So, yeah, you can't really complain.
Well, you want to talk about, deserving versus undeserving all-stars. I mean, Shane Smith was pitching on the other team. Do you think he was?
Every team needs an all-star. So
every team gets an all-star.
Tommy, that's his name.
Every team is contractually required to have an all-star.
What a generic sounding name, too. By the way, Shane Smith, and of course he had just like one of the most I don't know. I can't even say average. It was pretty bad, stat line today, and in under 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, and 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. But kind of just a below average thing. What an average name, what an average human being.
Mr. Smith,
Mr. All-Star Shane Smith. Anyway,
the White Sox are not good.
Anyway, yeah. So hey, we'll keep up with the MLB. I actually want to watch baseball a lot more this season.
Baseball's fun.
It's fun, but it's so impossible to watch all the games, man. No, it's so impossible.
I'm getting very summer day, man. Like, nothing else on. You turn on the baseball game. Sure.
Sorry, I have to go on my Netflix website to watch baseball now.
Exactly. Thank you, Kyle. You were stealing the words out of my mouth. Brennan, you can't just turn on, the TV and watch baseball anymore, because everyone just has streaming and different things and split.
Well, you can if you're a pirate. If you're the Pirates, we're all from Pittsburgh, so you turn on.
Yes, Brennan, I can watch the Pirates game. I can watch the Pirates game today.
No, and I'm not saying I use it
any time of any day.
People use it, but there's stuff like Stream East out there.
Sure, but I've never used Stream East, mostly because I don't even really know how it works.
Brennan, are you promoting illegal streaming of sports?
No, come on. What Brennan is promoting is a somehow legal device that he has 4 of. that
completely different. Completely a separate entity.
Superbox. I still don't really understand any of that stuff. But here, the fact of the matter is, and I was very frustrated with the NBA because the Rockets have been getting a lot of nationally televised games, but they're on Peacock, so I literally cannot watch them at all. No way. And granted, most of the games that they put on national television, they don't play that well in. Luckily, yesterday it was a close game, and it was on ESPN. But then we lost, so I'll talk about that later. We had a little Brennan baseball rant. I'll talk about the freaking Rockets soon because what a ridiculous end of that game. After we came
down.
How's Houston doing right now? Are they like
not great? We're looking so inconsistent.
I haven't really been keeping up with the top of the NBA. I know that the Celtics are back pretty much.
Yeah. So basically, what's happening in the Western Conference is there's a really big race between the 4 through 6 seeds. Maybe the 7 seed if you want to count Phoenix, but they're a little on the outside looking in. But it's mainly the 4 through 6 because the Lakers have kind of bumped up to being a solid 3 seed. So the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Timberwolves are kind of in the race. And so yesterday there was a game between the Timberwolves and the Rockets. Obviously, Timberwolves don't have Edwards still. So it was a very defensive-minded game. Really, really fun to watch, especially in the third and fourth quarter because there were just so many blocks. Like I maybe controversial opinion. I love Rudy Gobert as a player. I think he's he's really fun to watch play basketball. Like he got absolutely crossed up. He got absolutely crossed up last night by Kevin Durant. Was fully facing the other way. Like he's like fully facing this way. Durant's over here, and then he just comes back and swats it and managed to get the block. I'm like, that's fun to watch. And I also really like Julius Randle as a player from an offensive standpoint. I know he's streaky, but I like him. But it's like obviously I'm rooting for the Rockets in this game, and I'm like, come on. Like I understand these are good players. I like them. I like the Bones Highlands of the world. I like the Jaden McDaniels of the world, but like we should be beating this team. And instead, Kevin Durant decides to start in the first 3 quarters. He was like 3 for 15, and then he somehow ended with 30 points because he scored like 20 in the fourth quarter and overtime. And but he started the game like 3 for 15. Şengün is absolutely carrying. We are, falling apart. And then Jabari starts making some threes. Jayshawn Tate started making some shots. And Kevin Durant started coming up. And then we had an awesome moment to send us to overtime. Şengün gets a monster block. Like, honestly, look this up. Look up Şengün's block.
I'm looking it up right now.
Look it up. Şengün block at the end of the fourth quarter, at the end of regulation. Awesome block, and he gets a bloody nose or bloody lip from it. Like, it is awesome. And he had I think Şengün had 5 blocks last night. Rockets.
Yeah, it's right here. Let's see it.
Yeah,
you get KD
live reaction.
He turns the ball over straight back.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he got up for that.
Right there.
And then immediately starting overtime, we took a big lead because Şengün was scoring, KD was scoring, and then Naz Reid gets ejected, and then we're like, great, easy, we've won the game, and somehow we managed to lose. And there's this crazy and oh my god, at the end of the game, Timberwolves' last shot. And it's if they were playing any other team, I would be rooting for this because I love this player. Julius Randle has this awesome spin inside, awesome move inside to score a tough bucket at the rim. But it should be fine. They go up 2. Kevin Durant gets fouled on the other end. We are perfect from the free throw line in the game, and the first person to miss a free throw is Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant misses, and then he intentionally misses the second one, and we didn't get it was somebody caught it but then
dropped it, and then it just appeared in Jabari Smith's hand.
Mess. Awful end of a game, and it was a game that we could have won. It was a game that we should have won to start. Yeah. But to answer your question, Brennan, we are probably going to be the 6th seed, which that if it's the Lakers. If it's the Lakers in the 3 seed, I feel good about that.
I'm going to say I would not hate that matchup. Rob,
it's not great because Luka is
better than Denver.
That's exactly. I would rather that than Denver. The one thing I'll say about the Lakers, and obviously we just lost to them twice. It's we match up with them all right. But Luka is going to get his buckets no matter what. We have one of the best defensive guards in the game in Amen Thompson, but Luka's going to get his buckets, and they can get scoring from other parts of the court. DeAndre Ayton is playing all right now. Like, he's playing pretty decent. And obviously, Reeves is one of the most like prolific scorers in the league that isn't a superstar, And so it's like they have options that even if we play really good defense, they're going to score. Our offense has been so stagnant. We have lost our offensive rebounding, and we do this stupid thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much after the beef, but you can see, like, after the Twitter leaks, but you can see in my eyes, you can see that Kevin Durant is like not like he's just checked out mentally. You can see, like, yesterday Şengün had this amazing like spin move like in the post. He probably shouldn't have taken it, to be fair, but like he had this incredible move and scored. And KD was just like standing, like literally fully just standing arms down in the corner waiting for a three, not trying to make a play at all, just watching. And he was like, okay, and ran back down the other end whenever we scored. And what happens is we'll call a play with KD being the ball handler, and KD will be like, all right, I'm going to ISO. And I don't know if that's Ime saying, hey, one of our good options is a KD ISO. I know that like he has had that in the playbook, but a lot of times it just feels like KD wants to ISO, and then he'll make excuses later. He'll blame, the playbook later. He'll be like, oh, like I can't be the only thing. It's like, you had other options. They always double team you. You're 7 feet tall. If you're getting double teamed and someone is open, you can get them the ball. But instead, what he always does is he throws this lollipop pass, and it always gets stolen every time. And it's just hard to watch. It's hard to watch the Rockets play offense like that. But yes. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for the Houston Rockets. Probable 6th seed, in the West. Nuggets are playing really well right now, so they could end up being the 3 seed, but could, in my opinion, will probably match up against the Lakers. But if we'll probably go back to NBA standings. But Brennan, I talked to Kyle about this beforehand, but I want to hear your thoughts. Hey, expansion is official.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like that's the way.
You think Minnesota's going to move over? I don't think Minnesota's moving.
I thought that was a part of the deal that I heard.
It's not. They still haven't decided which one's moving.
No, I know.
Although did you guys see the rebrand that they're? Sorry, I'm completely dethroning this. I saw something they leaked. I think they're going to have a new logo and stuff next year.
Memphis
Timberwolves. No, the Timberwolves.
No, it's going to be one of. What, the Timberwolves, the Pelicans, or the Grizzlies? And I think right now,
Pelicans have not been in the discussions about it. Shams has been saying it's either Memphis or Minnesota.
And I think it would make more sense based on the current trajectory of the NBA where it's at right now that it would be Memphis, because I just don't feel like you can chuck a Minnesota team that's been very competitive in the Western.
I think honestly, it might be if we're speaking for like how good the West is compared to the East. I think that would be
a good way
kind
to
of
create more parity. It just feels so arbitrary because it's like a guy like if you want to market Ant Edwards, and Brennan and I have talked about the fact that they don't do a good job marketing their stars anymore. Even though the NBA used to always be a star-driven league, they don't do it very well anymore. But if you decide to start marketing Ant Edwards, he is the guy that's like, yeah, I want Wemby, I want Shea, I want
sure.
He is the air that you breathe in the Western Conference from a competitive standpoint. If you want to hear quotes, if you want to hear somebody be passionate, like that is all happening from Ant Edwards. And I hate to say you already have that happening in the East because you have Jaylen Brown in the East. You have Cade Cunningham in the East. The talk is already there. So
sure. But can I propose something? Mm-hmm. If you were to implant the Timberwolves fully healthy, so with Anthony Edwards, like full roster, completely healthy right now, you were to put them in the East, how far do they go?
What do you mean?
Like realistically speaking, in the playoffs, if they're a 2 seed or something.
Well, they wouldn't be a 2 seed. I mean, I'm like right
now. 45 and 28. They'd be.
They'd be the 5 seed, and everybody in the way the NBA works, it's like you're basically playing the same amount of games against everybody anyway. You're playing a little bit more against the West if you're in the West, so maybe give them a couple more games, give them a 4 seed over the Cavs. but then they just play Cleveland anyway, so it's the same.
They're better than Cleveland, I think.
I don't
Not by
think
much,
so.
but
I don't know. It could go either way.
Fully healthy, I think they're better than Cleveland.
Fully healthy, sure, but fully healthy Cleveland too. Like get Jared Allen fully healthy, get him moving, get Harden.
I'm just saying for the balance.
It's not.
The balance of the league, I think that makes the most sense.
The Timberwolves would become the top team in the East. So from that standpoint, I don't understand why you would move them whenever there's already so many storylines.
Well, they're the best team of the three that you could move, is what I'm saying.
Well, exactly. The Timberwolves have made the Western Conference Finals.
Let Memphis kind of feel things out in the East, and maybe it's a little better for them. I just don't think.
I think you move Memphis. I totally agree with Brennan. Because you have a team in Minnesota that has made the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. You have a guy like Ant Edwards that is one of the most, vocal players in the league and wants to talk. And if you are, as a league, assessing, hey, all of our talent, most of our talent is in the West, then you want to have your biggest competitor talking about that
sure.
in the West too. Like, you want that. You want that happening.
Yeah, and when you move a team, you don't want to, I think, shake the current path it's on up that much. And Memphis right now.
I totally agree. The only thing that I think the NBA would do, from a competitive standpoint, is if they thought moving Minnesota to the East makes them, more likely to make a finals appearance, and that they think the final, them making the finals is going to be big.
Yeah.
But like Brennan, I think that that's completely messing up the flow of the way this team is actually supposed to be, first off. And second off, the fact of the matter, Minnesota's on a decline. They're getting older. They have been super inconsistent this season. I understand Ant Edwards. I understand J.D. McDaniels. I understand, Bones Highland, and those guys are going to be good. But, I think they're going to have a little bit of a lull the next couple seasons and then come back into prowess. And that can happen in either conference the way that, talent is growing right now across the league.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
I'm just saying it would be the most interesting, I think, if they were to throw Minnesota over there compared to the other teams. Brennan, go ahead.
How was Kyle? You probably know this over Corey and I. What did how was Detroit when the NHL moved them over to the East?
They were happy about it. They were very, very happy about it. Which is
a good hockey team at the time.
Yes, they were still making the playoffs. They weren't particularly at the level at what they once were. But I'm saying conceptually for travel, they were very, very happy. Look, let me make my point here. And this is even kind of separate from the Timberwolves. I'm not what I'm about to say here does not connect to the Timberwolves entirely. I'm just saying strictly off for the Red Wings. They were continually winning on the Western Conference, right? In the early 2000s, even into 2008, 2009, they were consistently in the finals. But right when the NHL said, we got to move some teams around for scheduling and travel and stuff like that, they were like, please, please, please send us to the Eastern Conference. Because as much as we like playing Chicago, as much as we like playing the Kings, the Ducks, anyone else in the Western Conference, it's just too unbearable and too unreasonable for fans that want to go to games, and I can't drive to Los Angeles. I could drive to Columbus, or I can drive to Pittsburgh, or I can drive to other teams like that, but I can't drive all the way out there for that.
If you want to make that argument, Minnesota would be absolutely screwed by moving to the East, because even though the best teams are in the West right now, the most loyal fan bases, for the most part, are in the East. So if you're going to play Boston, sure, that might be closer. You're not going to have any fans in that building. Not a single one. That's the same deal with Chicago.
You're going to have more fans. You're going to have more fans in Milwaukee than if you're playing Portland. You know what I mean? You're going to have more fans.
Look,
in the West.
Minnesota is
in the West.
But the point I'm saying is that they already play Portland a lot right now, and they would have more fans in Milwaukee than they would in Portland, and they would play Milwaukee more frequently.
Yeah, but it's the same
under that idea.
Memphis would have more fans when they go to Chicago or Indiana.
Well, sure, but Memphis is also pretty close to like most of the Texas teams.
Geographically, in the NBA,
is not close to Texas. I mean, look at a map.
Memphis is closer. Okay, Memphis is closer to like,
Texas
Dallas
than Minnesota is.
than it is to Portland.
That's
Is the
how it
point
works.
trying to make.
But it's also closer than Seattle is. So you think Seattle should be in the East because it's got to play the Texas teams?
No, because
Okay,
they're the most Western. They're going to be the most Western team in the NBA by the time they get there.
The most Western, most Northern team.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're going to be
true.
on an island, and they're going to play Portland 40 times a year under my new scheduling conflict.
Vegas will be Minnesota.
I'll tell you what, Vegas thrown in the middle of the West.
Like on an island in the middle of nowhere. So
I like how both of you just talk over each other completely, and I didn't hear it. Yeah, sure.
Brenham said that they were all over in an island.
I agree.
Completely. Hello?
Memphis? Yeah, they basically are. I mean, look.
Did you say Memphis is on an island? I mean, in the West, yes.
Yeah. In the East, no.
I thought you meant in America. I was like, what? I'm like,
no.
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of sick.
As a team in the NBA, they are in a little bit of an island.
I heard Stephen A. Smith talking about how he wants. I don't understand why I still watch Stephen A. Smith videos from time to time. I can't do it anymore.
I cannot stand
Stephen A. Smith and ESPN. I don't think it's his fault. ESPN as a network has just completely washed down.
100%.
It is so bad.
There is a great Drew Gooden video about this. I just want to say it's a great Drew Gooden video about this.
I actually did watch the video you're talking about, Kyle.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
It made some similar points that I would make, but it's just like, it's just ESPN's a mess. Anyway, Stephen A. Smith, a completely irrelevant quote, because Shams went on and was like, hey, the NBA approved is going to vote on doing expansion. If it approves, it will be Seattle and Vegas no matter what. And then for some reason, Stephen A. Smith is like, but I really wish Nashville could get a team. It's like, but that's not what's happening. That's not what's going on. It's like completely irrelevant.
Didn't Draymond fit the idea of moving Memphis to Nashville?
Well, so then Brian Windhorst was like, to my understanding, like Memphis is not moving, and so Nashville not an option right now. Stephen A. And Stephen A. is like, I know, man, but like I know you got to move to Seattle. I know you got to move to Vegas, but I think Nashville would be an awesome spot. I'm like, but nobody cares, like, because it's not happening. Why are you talking about this? Why is this an
They got a good sports city. Nashville has a good sports city.
Agreed, but it's not happening. From the second the rumor dropped.
Look, Corey. Look, I think it makes sense for them to go to Seattle. I think it makes sense for them to go to Vegas. But personally, if I had the decision to put an NBA team somewhere, I'm putting one in Missoula, Montana. All right? It's a beautiful city. No one's there.
In Omaha,
yeah, exactly. Come on.
I'm putting an NBA team in Warren, Pennsylvania.
There it is. That's where you put one. Not even in Pittsburgh.
I just applied for a job in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
That's pretty cool.
We're relocating the Los Angeles Clippers back to Buffalo to make room.
That would be kind of tight.
That's the Western Conference team. The Buffalo.
I would not mind that.
Back.
What other cities need an NBA team? I don't know. But
I mean, Pittsburgh.
But I don't think Pittsburgh's not a basketball town right now.
No, they just hate it. Everyone in Pittsburgh just hates it.
Yeah, it's Pitt, I feel like the Pitt basketball program. That could be a good transition.
They used to be so good, though, man. They used to be so nice. No one cares anymore.
He's head coach. They shouldn't have fired him.
How about, can I float Louisville as a city?
That's sneaky. That's very sneaky. But I feel like it's more of a baseball, because baseball probably
maybe baseball would make more sense.
Well, was it Louisville or St. Louis that like the Raptors played games at during?
No, they played in Tampa. They played in Tampa during COVID.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They played.
I remember that. I literally looked up a video of that like 3 days ago. It's so funny you mentioned that.
I remember there was something like that. Yeah, I think Louisville is a good city as well, especially since the Louisville has a historic basketball team as well. Like.
Yeah.
Not a bad program. So like, good. Would be good, but I don't know.
Here, Corey, actually, I've figured out the perfect way to solve our Memphis-Minnesota issues. Ready? Move Memphis back to Vancouver. Let's have it on the team in Canada.
No.
I don't know.
No, horrible.
Why not dude?
Vancouver. Dude, I think I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure the NBA. I'm pretty sure the NBA.
I understand.
I'm pretty sure the NBA said that like one of their top 5 choices was like for expansion was London. They were more likely to go to London than any city in Canada.
Or maybe like
city,
Mexico City.
Why not?
I really hate everything.
Imagine Montreal as a basketball city right now.
I don't think
the influx of French talent coming into the game.
That's not a good reason.
What do you mean it's not a good reason?
I would argue that people in Montreal don't know what a basketball is.
What are you talking about, Kyle?
They definitely know what it is.
No, Brennan's actually making a perfectly valid point. For once in his life, he's making a perfectly valid point.
They know hockey and they know poutine. That's all I know.
As an experiment, you see how it does. Like, get the Raptors playing up there for a little. Like, put Toronto versus Victor Wembanyama. Like San Antonio. Yeah, like your top
neutral site game in Montreal.
Yeah, why not?
But I would ask. I mean, I'm not too well ventured on French connections in French Canada. Do people from French Canada really kind of align with people from France?
I think so.
I mean, that's kind of the point I would be making. Is like
their artwork, like the architecture, like everything is very similar.
Sure, but
Montreal and like French Canada literally have laws that like you have to have French. You have to like speak like so much French. Like they're like stores. It's in their like laws up there that like if a company has like a social media page, they have to cater to both English and French speakers. Like you have to have a French.
But isn't it kind of a different dialect? Am I crazy when I say that? I think
everywhere's a different dialect. I mean, English,
but I'm saying like
1,000 different dialects.
It's like r/Ask a Canadian. How do Quebec and France view each other? I know we're talking about Quebec instead of Montreal now, but they like them according to r/Ask a Canadian.
This is kind of a strange thing. It seemed initially strange when you mentioned it, but sure.
I think it's perfectly valid. And also,
I would like another Canadian team, I guess.
I am confirming that Montreal is very like French oriented.
Okay. Well, I know they speak French. I didn't know if they aligned with the values and the people that are in France. That's maybe what I think
from a government standpoint, they are like
governmentally wise. Yeah,
absolutely. They are tied to France as well.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. Well, hey. Expansion is happening soon. It could be very exciting. I wish it was happening like now so that people could, make their predictions.
I will say, when did they say expansion was
28, 29? I think
28, 29. So not next season, but the next one.
Yeah, I don't know. See, this kind of tough.
No, that's 3 years, isn't it? It's not even 2 years. It's 3 years because we're in 25, 26 right now.
Understood, but. If it's so not next season, not 26, 27, and then at the end of 27, 28, there would be, because we are at the end of 26 right now. So one season from now, you'd be at the end of 27.
I hate numbers. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I guess 3 seasons from now.
Okay, so I think the Pacers have one more year with Johnny Furphy then. That's why I was trying to do the math, by the way, because the NBA,
are you really thinking that many years back on who you hope that they take in the expansion draft?
Will be contenders for the long haul in the next.
I hope that they're not. That'd be so funny.
What? Yeah, they will be. They will be.
Indiana is a basketball.
Hey, you want to talk about guys the NBA should market, and they were started for a second. I love Tyrese Halliburton.
I do like Tyrese Halliburton.
I hate to make Brennan's ego go any higher than it already is, but like I do like Tyrese.
It's hard to not like him. I would agree with
he's an amazing player. He's an amazing guy. Like I get it. It's tough to market to the rest of the country and team in Indiana. But I mean, yeah, Halliburton's such a great dude. Like the team around him, they play like the front office is so smart, so ethical, like in the way they perform. Maybe not this year, but like they built this roster the right way around a guy who everybody kind of just like voted the most overrated player in the league. And we went out, and if he doesn't tear his Achilles, they probably, dare I say, probably win Game 7. So, like,
no, I mean honestly, yeah. Like from how that game was going,
because that was right in the beginning of the game too, right? That was like first quarter, I think.
Yeah, that was like 3 minutes in, and they were Pacers had a lead at halftime.
Was it that early?
I remember it being pretty early. Yeah,
I didn't think it was that early, but
no, it was pretty early. But yeah, I love Hallie. The team around him is great, and if they add, I mean, they've won one game since the All-Star break, so they are full.
Is that right?
Yeah, they beat Toronto, I'm pretty sure.
That's awful.
Not for me.
No, the NBA is in such a weird place right now. So yesterday, after I watched the end of the Rockets game and was devastated, I saw that the Nets Warriors game was down to the wire, and so I turned on the Nets Warriors game and saw who was this guy. Let me pull up his name again because I don't even remember who this guy was. Ben Saraf, rookie Ben Saraf made a bucket to tie the game up. And I was like, oh man, big Brooklyn Nets game. And then he did the way he scored before, he's left-handed. So he went on his left side and drove in, and he just got around. And then he tried to do the exact same thing again, and they didn't let him. He got stopped. So the Warriors won that absolute mess of a game. Dude, the Warriors suck. Like without Steph Curry.
38-year-old Steph Curry.
Watching Draymond like on the court, I'm like, oh yeah, like every time they cut to him, I'm like, yeah, this is a guy that can lead your team to 5 wins. Like freaking, this sucks, dude. This is terrible. Like it's awesome. The fact that they won and the 3 points it was honestly like 1 point, but they barely won against the Nets, who are trying to lose yesterday with Porzingis, Draymond, Podziemski, everyone active basically except Curry and Jimmy Butler.
Who is Gui Santos?
Gui Santos? You don't know
Gui? Sorry. He's a bucket. He had 31 points.
Yeah, he can shoot.
Okay.
He's
pretty good for the field. That's just funny.
Terrence Mann on the team.
50% from the field on the season.
Michael Porter makes sense.
No, Guy Santos is one of their younger guys that they are trying to like develop. Him and Podziemski, and man, the fact that Gary Payton II is still on this team. Didn't he win the championship with them?
Pretty sure he did.
I want to say that's right.
Yeah, he did.
The one in 22.
He is 33 years old. What a guy!
Wow, is that how old normal Gary Payton is?
Gary Payton, I think, is probably 50. No.
Okay, sure.
No, he's got to be older. He's probably 55.
That's crazy.
Al Horford.
Gary Payton
he was on the Warriors, dude. That's insane.
Gary Payton II, yeah.
The legend of Al Horford.
It just sucks because that 2022 Warriors team was like such a fever dream because it's man. Because it's like, where did any of these guys go? Where's Wiggs at? What's he doing? Like they were like, yes, the Warriors have revived Andrew Wiggins' career, and now isn't he in Miami still doing nothing?
Couldn't tell you. There was another guy. Who was the other guy?
I asked this question as though I don't know the answer to it. The answer is yes. He is in Miami.
Who was the other guy on that?
Yeah, now though, I will say Andrew Wiggins missed like 10 games in a row. It looks like he was injured, but he's back.
Yeah,
no worries.
I like Wiggins. He's
just a complete.
He's a player.
He's a complete waste.
Corey, in the history of the NBA, he's certainly one of the players. Okay,
exactly. But what the problem is that he's also one. He was also one of the most highly anticipated number 1 picks ever.
And he's averaging 15 and 5, so he's.
I don't care if he's averaging 15 and 5, dude. Like he was literally supposed to be like the next savior of the league. Like he was supposed to be so good, and from the start, he was so average. He was just not that great, And then
he's an NBA Hall of Pretty Gooder. Like
not even that, I would argue. He's not even that. He's the NBA
He is a Hall of Pretty Good. I would say no. Andrew Wiggins is pretty good. That's exactly what he is. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
NBA Hall of okay.
Vlad Golden was on the Heat, not playing at all.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what happened to that guy?
No, it's the same deal with, and I'm pretty sure, I'm going to look right now at what Bogut's draft class looked like. I'm pretty sure it was kind of not that great. Oh, my bad.
It wasn't.
Paul was in this draft class.
Aside from Chris Paul, I don't think it's that good, though, right?
Like, people look back on Andrew Bogut like, oh, yeah, he was a good number one pick. He was solid. No, he wasn't. He was fine. He was fine, like, at basketball.
Well, he was on the... Well, he's on the Warriors when they won, right? Am I crazy when I say that?
He was on the Warriors.
Yeah, so maybe that championship
he was the first
kind of coaxes the brain of people that think about him. But I guess
just
so.
Fine. Andrew Bogut is completely fine, and so is Andrew Wiggins. But hey, let's talk about the upcoming, youth of into the NBA with March Madness. Sweet 16 games start tonight. I'm pretty sure the first game tonight is Texas Purdue.
That's correct.
Yeah.
And it's already happening.
I picked both of the teams, by the way. Don't mean to flex it.
Oh, it is. It is happening right now.
They're happening right now. Purdue's up by 2. Nebraska is up on Iowa by 8 right now, to put it in perspective when we were recording this.
Iowa,
that would be really cool. Because can I say, what a shot they had against Florida. Yeah. Just completely mismatched. They didn't have anyone there on them, and he just nailed it. And they had no timeouts. They couldn't do anything about it. It was crazy.
With all, and obviously, Nebraska is taking care of
full Polaris, yeah.
But in my opinion, with all due respect to Nebraska, I think this is a good team that you would want to face to advance to the Elite Eight.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel like you'd feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, maybe. So, Nebraska is a very streaky team, and they are hot right now.
Yeah.
Sam Hoiberg, Price Sandford, those are some of the best players in the country, some of the best players left in the tournament. The problem is, and Cora, I kind of agree with you, it just depends on if they show up. And they have the last couple of games, but but it's
like,
if they can turn it on, they can go cold.
I was never on. Even though my dad went to this school, I was never really on the Vanderbilt bandwagon,
I was, and that's
a lot of people
were.
Too. A lot of people were. I
had them in the Elite Eight.
And it was a good game, but I think Nebraska coming out of that, I think if Vanderbilt came out of that, I think they would have more momentum, and I would be less excited to play them than I would, Nebraska. Nebraska is just playing at the level that they're supposed to, and sometimes they collapse.
Yeah. Look, when you think of the Big Ten, you think of Nebraska, Iowa too. So it's this is a pure Big Ten basketball game. I
tweeted right when Iowa won. I was like, dude, this game better be played in 30-degree weather on a windy day in November.
He said they need to have a ceremonial first punt.
Yeah, dude, get football in there, because I'll bet you that this game that's happening right now between them is going to outscore the last 15 combined games that they've played each other against in football.
Oh yeah.
Or whatever number you want to use, it's going to be this game is going to score more points.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
So those games are happening now. Those are your two, big Cinderellas that are still around. And obviously, now you got later tonight you have Arizona, Arkansas, and Houston, Illinois, and of course a Big 12 boy. Love both of those teams. I'm higher on Houston than I am Arizona, ironically, even though
I have Arkansas. I think in our Banter Ball bracket we actually have
Corey. It was so funny. I don't know if you watched the video. I think you did. We had the exact same Final Four. Like it wasn't even like a disagreement thing.
I don't remember what you guys had though, but you guys.
Yeah, it was like Kyle and I were like ready. He was like, "Oh, I think you're gonna argue with me on this. I'm gonna like hold my own," and I'm like, "I got nothing to argue, dude. I agree with you."
Yeah, I fully agree. Yeah, I got busted pretty bad. Like from like one of my finalists was Gonzaga, and I just thought Gonzaga was gonna pick it up better.
Always bet on nothing for Gonzaga and
West
St. Mary's, man.
Always
bet on nothing.
Nope. Don't trust the West Coast Conference now.
Gonzaga,
what do we do?
Gonzaga, I thought they I just always trust them, in tournament play. They're
good in the tournament, but
credit. I don't know. I just thought if there was going to be a sleeper team, I thought Gonzaga was a good one.
Texas had to play the SEC all year. They were ready for the task. Yeah, Gonzaga didn't have that necessary experience. I felt like Mark Few's getting up there in age, but yeah, I don't know. But no one should ever.
I understand that. I'm not shocked that that's the team that they lose to, even though it's an 11 seed. I'm not shocked if you're gonna lose. If you're Gonzaga, you're probably gonna lose to to an SEC or a Big Ten school.
Yeah.
I feel like they can probably handle a lot of Big 12 basketball, a lot of the heavy guard play. So I don't know, but yeah, I had Gonzaga, so that kind of sucked. But my champion was Houston, which is a light pick.
My champ's also Houston. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
I had Houston last year too, and I was like, and I do think that this team is a little worse than last year's team, but I just trust the way they play basketball. It's just so entertaining, and it's like
Kelvin Sampson's a fantastic coach. Kingston Fleming is great. But the problem, the thing that scares me, and I mean, they're so good. I mean, it's a very good defensive team. I'm a little scared of how they almost live and die by the three every night, and thankfully they have the talent to get around that. But I do have them in my Final Four. I just have them losing to Duke.
But the fact of the matter is, well, I'm surprised you have them losing to Duke. But the fact of the matter is, they don't live and die by the three. Yes, offensively, that's what it looks like, but they live and die by their defense. That's
True.
what they do, Mm-hmm. And I trust that. And it kind of bit me in the butt with WVU, because isn't it nip me in the bud? I'm messing up all these analogies and expressions today.
It's bud. It's not bud.
Yeah, I was going to say
it's bud,
right? It's nip in the bud. Yeah. Anyway, it nipped me in the bud with the women's tournament, because obviously I'm biased too, but I trusted West Virginia because of that style that they play. It's so entertaining. It's so fun. And there's just, size was just too much, against Kentucky in that game. Oh man, what a game. But really a heartbreaker. But I'm hoping Houston doesn't do the same to me in this men's tournament.
See, I couldn't pick Houston. I picked them. I was literally, I think 20 minutes before the tournament started last year, I switched my national champion from Florida to Houston. And,
yeah, I had Houston as my national champion.
Look where you are now.
Yeah. So, hopefully nothing's too busted. Purdue's up. Nebraska. That doesn't matter. I had Florida and Vanderbilt, so this game means nothing to me.
Me too. Yeah, we both had Florida and Vanderbilt.
I guess I'm rooting for Iowa, so other people in my bracket don't get the points. I don't even know if anybody picked Nebraska to beat Florida, so. This game could literally mean nothing right now, but yeah, it's Big Ten basketball. When we're done with this, I'm excited to go watch it, just because I like the big. I'm partially biased towards the Big Ten basketball conference, so it is.
Yeah, I had Florida and Nebraska, but I had Florida winning, so it doesn't matter for me either here.
Yeah,
but yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
We will see how this goes. But then tomorrow's games, Duke, St. John's, Michigan, Alabama, UConn, Michigan State, and Iowa State, Tennessee. And I mean, hey, you can debate which of these teams you think is the best. It's probably Michigan, but from an objective standpoint, but UConn is always just fun to watch.
UConn's fun to watch.
That's gonna be a very cool coaching matchup. Izzo and Hurley. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that the bracket of death. I mean, I was not high on UConn. I actually had them losing to UCLA in the round of 32. I didn't.
No, you got to be high on UConn over the last few years. UConn.
I'm kind of doing that now that Dan Hurley in the tournament's different, but I didn't like the way they kind of ended their season in the Big East, which already wasn't a great conference this year. The loss to Marquette was uninspiring, and then you lose to St. John's by 40 in the Big East championship.
Well, so I brushed that off for the same reason I brushed off, Gonzaga is struggling a little bit in their conference. So it worked for me here so far. Yeah. A little bit less.
I didn't like it. UCLA was playing really well. Donovan Dent was having himself a fantastic Big Ten tournament. I liked Mick Cronin's squad as well, but again, you can't go wrong with either. I think I do have Michigan State winning anyways because it was originally UCLA, Michigan State, and UCLA beat the Spartans in the Big Ten tournament, so I thought they'd get some revenge. Now you could go toss up either way. I do like Tom Izzo. I did go to a Michigan State basketball game this year. It was a great experience. So anytime you do that, I feel like you got to pick that team. It was pretty cool. The Breslin Center, shout out East Lansing. It's a beautiful college, beautiful school. So they have a great team. Jeremy Fears Jr., fantastic. Cohen Carr, fantastic. Kohler, Carson Cooper are both great. Cam Ward is a great piece to have off the bench. So
Cam Ward.
Yeah, they're Cam Ward, number 0.
Multi-sport athlete. Good for him.
There was some athlete I saw today. I think it was a college baseball player that had I don't even remember what the name was, but there was some name. I was like, whoa, what? I'm like, how did you get here? Also unrelated but semi-related. I was at a Chick-fil-A a couple of weeks ago, on campus, and they call out the names or whatever. And one of the guys' names, his name was LeBron. I'm like, yo, we got a LeBron? I don't know, man.
No, it was not.
There's a chance.
He 1,000% put the name LeBron in as the
he didn't look like he was smiling or anything whenever he got up, and he wasn't with
I bet you he's done that the last 100 times.
I just don't think
it's not funny anymore.
It didn't give me the vibe of him joking or kidding.
I think there are 2 humans on this earth named LeBron, and it's LeBron James and LeBron James Jr.
I buy it. I think this guy.
I don't know another LeBron.
How many people? You gotta think. Hey, this kid could have been a freshman, so he would be, 18. He could be named after LeBron James.
No.
What are you talking about? He would have been born in 2007. Didn't LeBron make the finals in 2006?
There's no way someone is a big enough fan to name their child LeBron.
In 2007? Do you think someone would name their child LeBron now? I think so. What happened?
No, because it's such a unique name that you can't give to anyone.
Do you know the Isaiah Thomas story?
Do you know the Muffin Man? I don't know.
Okay, 60th overall pick, Isaiah Thomas, Boston Celtics legend. Not the original one.
Yes, I know which one you're talking about.
He's named after Detroit Pistons Isaiah Thomas because his dad was a huge Lakers fan, and he lost a bet. He bet on the Lakers winning the finals, and he lost a bet and had to name his son Isaiah.
Was his last name Thomas?
Yes.
Wow.
I just looked it up. There are, and this is including both first and last names, so it's even less than this number. There are a total of 7,938 people.
No, there is not.
And that is less named LeBron. And that could either be their first or their last name.
That's crazy.
His last name is LeBron.
I don't know.
Are there any last name LeBron? 7,000 LeBrons? That's a lot of LeBrons.
That's not possible. Here's the thing.
If this is an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, I would name my kid after LeBron.
LeBron was named before LeBron James. It's not like somebody was
he could have been named after LeBron. He could have. He could have been named after LeBron, or he could have
been named after LeBron James Sr. or Jr. Sorry.
He could not have been LeBron James Jr., you idiot. But
how do you know that? You have no way to prove otherwise, Corey. Now, do you?
Yeah. You think they're friends? You think they're friends? They're like, yo, our friends just named their son Bronny James. We got to name our son LeBron James.
How would you know, Corey? How would you know?
My point is I think this guy at Chick-fil-A's name was actually LeBron. He was not giving any laughs. He was not doing anything, and he wasn't with friends. There would have been no payoff to the joke if he was just doing it as a joke. I think his name was LeBron.
LeBron Shields.
Here, there's a college javelin thrower named LeBron James.
I'm not talking about last name James, though. But isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
His favorite athlete is Bronny James, according to his bio.
Told you.
Wait,
told you. Corey, I told you.
What school did you say this kid went to?
Don't know. I don't even know where he goes to school.
He's a javelin thrower.
New NMJC.
New Mexico
Junior College. He goes to a
New Mexico Junior College.
LeBron enjoys football, listening to music, and loves water parkour.
Other people named LeBron.
That's what LeBron.
LeBron.
It's
LeBron
a Spanish surname.
Yeah, LeBron with an accent over the O is apparently a last name. So maybe there are more people with the last name LeBron.
I would bet $1,000 actual dollars that there's more people.
All right, we're going back to Reddit r/NBA. Have you met anyone with the name LeBron? I love that we have derailed this podcast.
Just completely.
We have nothing else we need to talk about. Okay. Somebody said that
comment. No, I've met people named Michael, Larry, and Bill, but not LeBron. All normal names.
And also, somebody said that he met someone at an Amish convention named LeBron. He was like tall and jacked.
The Amish are naming their kids LeBron now. Is that what you're telling me?
Also, lots of Corn Palace on Reddit says lots of kids were named Kobe after 1996. But
Kobe, like Kobe Bryant, the football player.
Yeah, there's a few football players.
I don't blame Kobe's.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know them personally. I think I've been.
And guess what, Corey? In 20 years, there's going to be 100 kids named Bam. All right, think about it now.
Also, Luke the Lumberjack. Luke the Lumberjack on Reddit said, I've actually met LeBron James. Yes.
If you meet a kid named Kobe, your mind necessarily isn't going to Kobe Bryant.
Well, maybe your mind isn't necessarily going to LeBron.
No. If your kid is named LeBron.
If you meet another human named LeBron, you're like, okay, have you met the guy? Have you met the King James?
I saw a LeBron in the wild, and you're trying to.
No, you didn't. This is
trying
crazy.
To take this for me. This guy was LeBron. Anyway, do we have anything else we want to talk about with the March Madness?
Go Duke, go Michigan State, and go Iowa State.
Why not?
Purdue leads by 4 at half. Nebraska leads by 10 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first. But that's going to do it for this week's edition of the Banter Ball Podcast. Sorry that, things have been a little bit derailed over the last couple of weeks. Not just this episode, but over the last couple of weeks. Brennan's still coming hot eventually on that.
It is a work in progress. We are working on it.
And we've still got some works in progresses from my standpoint. That NBA nicknames video, it's going to happen. I promise. It's going to be exciting. And the game show is going to be here too. It's going to happen.
Yep. I have all my answers ready.
We have categories. We have everything. And also maybe not the next episode, but an upcoming episode of this podcast, we're going to have a special guest. So we've got things happening. Sorry for the wait, but they're going to happen. But this is going to be it. You can follow us on Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, no Facebook, and TikTok.
We do have a TikTok.
There we go. All right. See ya.